Today is an exciting day because we are going to find out how much power my high mileage E60 M5 makes after all the performance modifications it received. But first, how did we get here? A little over a year ago, I purchased this cheap, poorly maintained E60 M5. Well, technically, I didn't know it was poorly maintained and ended up getting scammed.
The face of regret.
The car took a shit immediately on the first drive. Anyways, over the next few months, we took care of all the maintenance to make sure that the car was in tip-top shape, which ended up being very, very expensive. But you guys know, maintenance first. Then it was time for some fun. We installed an F5 catback exhaust system. The legendary V10 sounded orgasmic. I couldn't get enough of it.
Bro, that sounds good.
The next upgrade was the Infinity Design carbon fiber CSL setup, which included the one-piece plenum and intakes. Combined with the tune, the car experienced a good jump in power. And the induction sound was amazing.
Oh my god! Bro!
This was easily one of my favorite mods I've ever installed on any BMW. Before moving on to the next performance mod, I wanted the car to look the part. The car got a new head unit, digital cluster, new wheels, headlights, taillights, and we wrapped it in midnight purple. And then it was time for the headers. The one mod all my viewers were dying to see and hear. We updated the tune, and for the next few weeks, I pretty much just beat the shit out of the M5. It was so much fun. It'll never get old, guys. By the way, all the mods currently on the E60 M5 we do sell on our website at vehiclevirals.com. I know, shameless plug, but it's what helps us support the videos we make for you guys. I will also leave links to all the mods down in the video's description. And we are back at it with the E60 M5. I know it's been a while. Guys, this build is pretty much done. I've done almost everything I want to do to it. Just want to do some interior stuff like the steering wheel, fix up some of the trims, and I think that's going to be it. Something that I'm super curious about, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are too, is after all these expensive performance mods and the tune, how much power does this S85 make? So I'm thinking we'll take the E60 M5 to the dyno today and see how much power it makes. Should be very interesting because it is a high mileage M5, 170,000 miles. That said, ever since we took care of all the maintenance, all the very, very expensive maintenance, the car has been very healthy, it drives very strong, and believe it or not, it's been the most, well, I would say between this one and the M2, one of the most reliable cars in my fleet at the moment. I've actually been daily in this car for the last 3 weeks. Absolutely no hiccups, and the sound is addicting. Sure, it hasn't been the most practical car because of how bad the gas mileage is, but it's not miles per gallon, it's miles per gallon. And this car, it makes me smile every time I drive it. And I'm sure you guys noticed, right over there, yes, I still have the pure middle silver F10 M5. I pretty much had it almost sold, but then the buyer backed out last minute because he wanted to buy an X7 for his wife. And I never really updated you guys, and I've been too lazy to even put it up for sale. So if anybody's interested in a very clean example of the pure metal silver F10 M5, which may go up in value in the future, you know what? I'll take 50K. If you guys are interested, hit me up on Instagram and we can talk some details. I know how often you guys see a clown shoe Z3M on the road. Well, we got one right here. I find it very cool that we have 3 generation 5 series all in one spot. We got the E39, followed by the E60, and then the F10. So on the way to the dyno, I think the only thing that I really regret is that we never got the base numbers when the car was completely stock. But to be honest, we moved so fast with the build that we just didn't have time to do it. We focused a lot on maintenance, we moved on straight to performance, but I'm sure there's a lot of information online of those that dynoed an E60 M5, so we'll just compare the gains based on those numbers. The other thing is 170,000 miles on this car. Would the car lose power at that many miles? I guess that's something we're gonna find out today. We are about to go underneath the bridge. You know what we gotta do, guys. You know what we gotta do. Oh, snap. That's so good. That is so good. So sexy.
Sound good.
Oh my God. guys, we got a competitor right here. Acura RSX with an upside down wing.
Watch out, he's gaining on us.
I think he was flooring it.
Oh!
Alright, he got us round 2, boys. He got us. By the way, interesting fact I think that you guys don't know. Acura RSX was actually my dream car growing up.
Then you fell in love with BMWs.
Well, I couldn't afford the Type S or the regular RSX, so I bought an Integra DA. Then after the DA, I had a Honda Civic EX 99. It wasn't an SI though, it was an EX. And then after that, I went into the 93 335, and that's where YouTube began. Well, we had to stop to get fuel. Not for the E60 M5, but for Ali's 335 diesel. You guys have to admit, that 335D looks so freaking clean. By the way, Ali is selling it, so if you guys are interested in getting more information about it, hit him up at Swap Depot on Instagram. These taillights, hot sellers on our website, just so you guys know, vehiclehours.com. The same with the G series laser style headlights. These sell a ton on our website. I told him that the diesel's for sale.
Maybe it's not. Maybe it is. I don't know.
Hold on, you drove it today, now you fell in love with it again?
I don't know.
It might be for sale.
Somebody give me a good number and then maybe it'll be for sale. Not 15, not 16. It's not. It's not. Don't just wake up.
Boy, rocking the new merch, dog. E90 335. Yeah.
Come on, dog.
And since you guys are watching an E60 M5 video, we got that merch for the E60 M5 as well. And it's selling pretty good. If you guys want to help support the channel and rock an epic E60 M5 shirt, make sure to check us out. I'll link all these shirts down in the video's description. Also, I did a lot of you guys a favor. They're not into the G series laser style headlights, but the factory one's on there. What's up? That being said, I still think these headlights are dope. We're always selling out. If you guys are interested in these or the tail lights or the headlights on the 335D, I'll link it all down in the video's description. I don't think the car likes that. We are at PSI, thanks to Alexis for allowing us to use her dyno.
Shout out.
They're in the Winter Park location. Thank you. All right, so I'm gonna give you guys a quick breakdown on the mods on Ali's 335D. There you go, guys, that's where we at. Right in intake.
That's it, bone stock, right?
That's it, yep.
And a boot mod tune?
EU5 injectors.
Oh, dang.
You know people are gonna take what you say seriously.
The mods are.
What the hell just happened?
The mods are the cars gonna roll off the dyno.
Pretty much.
The numbers are in. Yes. What do we got there, mister?
Sick. 343, 507. What's good?
343 horsepower and 507 torque.
That's a pretty good number.
Is it though? You want to race the E60 M5?
You get walked from the beginning.
100 to 200 miles an hour. What's good?
I don't do the 200.
Here's what the curves look like. Pretty consistent. You got here the torque that peaks relatively quick at 3,000 RPM, and the horsepower gradually goes all the way up, and it peaks at around 3.5 thousand to like 4,000 RPM. So very nice. Well, let's see if we can beat the rain, because Ali's done and it's now time for the E60. And it's really hard to see. I never really filmed a video on it, but we have the high performance oil cooler for the E60 M5, which is a fairly new release product. So that's another thing. All the mods for this E60 M5, I will have it linked down in the video's description, including the headlights, taillights, and all that stuff. Not entirely sure what gear we're gonna use to dyno the E60 M5. I believe 6th gear is 1-to-1, but then that would put us at like 180 miles an hour, which is not safe for a dyno. So I think we're gonna roll with 5th gear. Jesus Christ!
right, the numbers are in for the first two pulls. Pull number one, 456 horsepower, 344 torque. And then we did an immediate second pull, which pretty much generated the same numbers, 455, 344, so it's pretty consistent. One thing I do want to note, Ali didn't ring it out all the way to red line. On these cars, I think it's 8100, 8200. He let off at 7600, and it looks like it has an upwards trend. So we might be able to crank out a bit more horsepower on the top end. So we'll do one more pull and call it a day. Just as we expected, farther into the RPM range, 478 horsepower to the wheel, 353 torque. So we gained about 20 plus horsepower and close to 10 torque. Here's an interesting fact right here. Technically, it could have kept going. So we stopped at 8,400 RPM. I believe with the Infinity Design tune, they kind of raised the red line. Not sure, don't want to take a chance. The car's already really fast on the dyno. But yeah, it just kept going up. Me, likey.
If you guys are loving the E60 content, make sure to let me know by hitting the like button. And make sure to subscribe, that way you don't miss out on what might be the very last video featuring this car. Make sure to cop some of the new merch, and as always, thanks for watching. Till next time.